Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be starting a brand new campaign with Vilitch and the Warriors of Chaos. So, special thanks to Jay for sponsoring this campaign. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, it's just $3 an episode, minimum 10 episodes. And I'm happy to do any campaign that you want. Ideally, one that we haven't done, in the last couple of months or so, so we're doing fresh new campaigns. But other than that, I'm pretty open to just about anything. Just email me first at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. To let me know what you have in mind, and then I can tell you what the line is looking like, and I can give you some visibility on how long it might be before I can get to your campaign. So Jay has donated for 3 campaigns so far, and this is the first one we're going to do. So be sure to check out my Festus campaign and Gorse campaign as well for Immortal Empires. Those have already been released. I'll have some links to those probably at the end of this video. And I'm going to try to release a guide as well whenever I start one of these new campaigns. If we haven't done it recently, I'm going to have a guide linked hopefully in the upper right of this. So ideally I can maybe do about 5 episodes of this and then do the guide, and I can release episode 1 and episode 5 at the same time on the same day. And then I would like to try to do 2 campaigns at once, and if we're doing about 10 episodes per campaign, I'll do about 5 for one campaign, start the next one around episode 5 of whatever the next campaign is going to be, then we'll do the back half of the 5, and then we'll start another one. So that every 5 days or so, ideally, we'd be starting a new campaign. So maybe like once a week we could start a new campaign. We'll see if we can keep up with that. But that's what we'll do, at least for the little bit here, when I have a bunch of them in queue, just so we can get through them a bit faster. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Warriors of Chaos, we'll talk about that a little bit more as we get in and some load screens, just to try to make this episode go a bit faster. So I'll explain those mechanics as we get in there. But for Vilitch himself, your vassals get increased barrier hit points and spread Tzeentch corruption. You have changing of the ways. You'll be using souls for that rather than tomes like Kairos. You receive benefits from having high winds of magic. Converts a portion of your own battle casualties to souls. So if you lose any units, then you get some extra souls. It's kind of weird. You have access to the teleport stance. It is still expensive. There's nothing that's going to make it free, although there are several things that can reduce the cost of it. But that's basically... I haven't really used that as Tzeentch, but from what I understand, it's like an underway, but you can also attack somebody while you're doing that, and it's going to have an ambush chance on them. So, pretty powerful. But it does cost you quite a bit of winds of magic to do it, so you can't do it all the time. You steal 15% of the experience earned by other lords, which is okay, I guess. It's kind of like, I think Queek does that as well. The Twisted Twin, basically, the longer that you're in combat or casting spells, and you get more melee attack, more melee defense, and up to 20% spell mastery, which I believe is a multiplier that makes your spells do more damage. And then you have the teleport stance. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in here. So, with the new Warriors of Chaos, basically how they work is... There are undivided ones, and there are ones that are devoted to specific gods. The new DLC that just came out, well, as of this video, it's pretty new. It's like within a week or two. They specialize in the god. They share some characteristics with the god, the demons proper, but they have their own sort of unique mechanics as well. So... your goal is to take over these places called Dark Fortresses for the most part. This is one of the only ways you can get consistent money, and there are only some of them throughout the world. Most of them are in Norska, so we'll just want to go along kind of the edge of the world here in the north and just collect all these Dark Fortresses. And that's what you're going to do with most of the Warriors of Chaos. With Festus, you start down in Empire territory, and then you can go north if you want. In our campaign, spoiler alert, we kind of go south, just to mix it up a little bit. But if you're real, like with most of these lords, you want to go north, so you can pick up those fortresses, because they're only going to be located in northern areas. And then you can kind of build up some stuff, but for the most part, you're just going to pick them up and use them for money. Now, whenever you're recruiting units, you have to... it's kind of like Raise Dead for the vampire counts. You have a certain percentage chance that one of these things is going to show up, and then you can hire them on the spot without having to wait for recruitment. But you can only hire what's there. You don't have global recruitment. You can get regiments of renown eventually, There are some things with these gifts, we'll talk about the gifts when we get over there, that can give you access to some units globally, but for the most part, you're going to be getting a lot of units from these warbands. And then with these warbands, you can upgrade, so we'll go ahead and hire one Marauder here. You can devote them to a specific god. Now, if you pick one of these lords that are already kind of committed to a specific god, like this guy's committed to Tzeentch, you can only upgrade him to Tzeentch. But if you pick something like Archaon, then you could devote him to any of them, in theory. So Tzeentch's upgrades are going to specialize basically in either swords or halberds, spears at the lower levels, halberds at the later levels. So they're good anti-large, but they're not going to be a great matchup into really strong like sword units. But that's okay. We should run over swords anyways most of the time. And everything that you devote to a god is going to have this mark. I'll just click on one of these to look at it. This mark of Tzeentch, which is going to give them magical attacks, which is very good against other sort of demonic units. And it's going to give them the barrier system, which effectively is going to give them somewhere in the neighborhood of 10% extra HP that can regenerate if you stay out of combat in a fight. So pretty powerful. Yeah, you have to pay for those upgrades. I think it's usually worth it to upgrade pretty early just because you're going to have better stats. Depends on the faction, but like Nurgle, for example, you can get great weapons, which really helps you upgrade faster. But yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade these. And I'm kind of torn. I think we honestly probably just want to go the normal Marauders and not the Spears early, because we're not going to be facing that many large units. And these just have higher melee attack, so it's just more likely they're going to be able to get kills. Once we get to Chaos Warriors, I think we might be more tempted to do Halberds just for the armor-piercing damage. But I think early on, probably just normal Marauders. And again, check out the guide, because I'm going to write the guide after I have more experience. I've scouted out a little bit, but I haven't played a ton on it, so I'm sure I'm going to learn stuff that I'll put into the guide. So I'm going to do the best that I can to tell you what I'm thinking right now for early on. But there is a chance that could change later. Don't think we need a dog. We can run down stuff with these Doom Knights. Now, one thing also that's pretty nice about this guy is you can get up to the Doom Knights of Tzeentch. So many of the other factions, I think Khorne has the tier 5, like Skull Crushers you can get, but like Nurgle and Slaanesh don't have a tier 5 cav they can upgrade the Chaos Knights into. So it's pretty nice that you have this additional upgrade capability. Now, it's going to take a very long time to get all the way up there, but that is good. And the nice thing about these Knights is anything that's fast that can do hit and run is going to work really well with these barriers, because then you can just kind of get out of combat, get your barrier, and then charge back in if you need to. And these upgrade out of Marauders as well, which is really handy. And these Marauders are great for Tzeentch because you have magical attacks, flaming attacks, and your missile has the Doomfire, whatever on it, that does like a little bit of extra damage. So they have some of the best Marauders out there, and hopefully we can rack up a lot of kills and then upgrade into these Knights pretty quickly. Okay, as far as techs go, I think early on you just want to upgrade the Marauder experience as fast as possible, just so you can start turning them into the Chaos Warriors. Like getting the extra Tzeentch authority does lower the upkeep primarily on Tzeentch units, but it does not affect units that are marked with Tzeentch, I'm pretty sure. So that's a little misleading. This mechanic here, Tzeentch dedicated units cheaper and improves replenishment on negative score. It might affect marked units. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But the fact that this is a clean number, for example, Forsaken of Tzeentch, I'm pretty sure 200 is their base number for upkeep, right? But we're supposed to get a 6% discount. And the fact that it's a nice clean number doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Same thing with these, right? Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch, clean 200. It would not be clean if you were getting a 6% discount on upkeep. These are 100. So yeah, I don't think it affects them. The spawn though, see that kind of has a dirty number. That's 235 because I'm pretty sure the upkeep is 250 on them. So you're getting a 15 gold discount on the upkeep, which is 6%. So Looks like it might work on Doom Knights of Tzeentch. Because that would be 6%. I think they're 400 upkeep. I don't know. But it doesn't work on these marked units, I think, for the most part. So, it's not as useful as it seems, because usually you can only have just a handful of Tzeentch units. So, it's good, but the experience on the Marauders is really where you want to be early on. So you do want this maxed out, but you don't need to rush the Authority as much as it might seem early on. Okay, so you want this, you want the XP on the Marauders, because in order to upgrade them up to the Chaos Knights, they have to be, or the Warriors of Chaos, they have to be rank 5. And then to upgrade them to Chosen or Chaos Knights, they have to be rank 7. So you really want a lot of experience on the Marauders as much as you can early on. Okay, let's get into a fight, and then we'll do some more. Well, we'll do one thing, and then we'll do more. Okay, so you have Changing of the Ways, but these are a little bit different. You can't do Break Alliance. It requires a high-level technology to get people to break the Alliance. You can't hand over settlements like you can with Kairos, but you still have some pretty good stuff. One is Spawnify. It gives you 3 Chaos Spawn in an army, which is very nice. So that's one way, you know, every 15 turns or so you can accumulate a little bit extra. You have Drain Magic, which steals 40 winds of magic from an army and gives some over to you. That's only a 5-turn cooldown. So pretty much you can make it very difficult for the enemy to be able to cast spells on you. And refill your magic. If you're using some of your magic for teleport stance, for example, you can also use this to help refill it a little faster. You still have Faction Intentions, and again, all of these use souls, not tomes. Festus still has the little fly plague resource that's separate from souls, and you have to manage both of those. But for this guy, it's just one resource now, it's just souls, no more tomes. This reveals everything around somebody's location. Then Muddle Minds, I think, is a relatively new one. Reduces movement range, ambush, defense, and leadership of a targeted army. Now, I'm not sure how long that lasts. I haven't used it, but obviously would be very handy if you're about to have a difficult fight. Ambush defense chance, in particular, if you're trying to ambush them with the teleport stance, is obviously going to be good. Okay, so like I said, let's go ahead and Spawnify. So we're going to do that. Get 3 spawn. Now, he eventually does have a tech as well. We won't go over all of these right now, but his like specialty ones that are different from the other Warriors of Chaos. You get Warp Frame attacks, a little bit of extra barrier. 15% replenishment for Forsaken and Spawn. So he likes kind of the ugly outcast units. I guess thematically that works with him. And minus 50% upkeep for those. And then he personally gets Paragon of Change. So that allows him... Actually, at everyone in a certain range, they replenish extra barrier per second. It sounds like even while they're in combat. So that's kind of like regeneration. Very good. Mind Wipe, minus 50% for Muddle Minds. So that's really good. Save you a little bit there. And then Treason of Tzeentch, which also lowers leadership by 16 in an AoE and melee attack. Obviously pretty powerful. Extra souls gained, some diplomacy with people, post-battle loot, extra research rate if you're spamming steel tech, which can be pretty strong, and then post-battle loot, 50% chance of getting an item, of stealing an item from them, so that's pretty handy. And then Master of Misrule, Demonic, Tzeentch Authority, and then something that gives you a ton of recharge rate. So, pretty good fighter, pretty good mage.
Magic and misrule are mine. Dream magic.
And we'll explain. There's more, but we'll go ahead and get a fight in here first.
Master, let...
Okay, I think, yeah, I went ahead and dedicated everybody to Tzeentch. We'll go ahead and just fight it. It shouldn't take that long. But yeah, the spawn of Tzeentch are also more powerful than most other spawn because they have Sunder armor. And they also have, which lowers all armor of anyone they're in contact with by 30, which is very good against a bunch of low-level, you know, Marauder, Swordsman type of units. Jade Warriors have a lot of armor. They're kind of like, Cathay is sort of like dwarves in that sense. Their early units are very slow, but have a lot of armor. Doom Knights of Tzeentch are really good. Also, like late game unit, like air superiority. If you've ever played as Bretonia, you know that flying cavalry is really strong. If you can control the skies, it's really hard for anyone to beat you.
Chaos is magic. Chaos sorcerer. Move, you fool.
So like their stats don't look insane, but like 80 weapon strength and a 52 charge bonus is definitely legit. Actually, let's... chill here for a second.
Vilitch the castling. Keep moving. Followers of chaos. We go in fury. Go. Doom Knights. Vilitch the castling. Magic is power.
Alright, whatever, we'll just go in.
Those legs, brother.
Try to keep him out of the spears if we can.
Marauders of Tzeentch! March and scourge! Moving! Destroying! I'll pluck your souls out of your coming once then! Move, you fool! Marauders attack! Marauders of Tzeentch! We bring madness!
Okay, they're all gone. Yeah, we don't need to...
Army of the Dark Gods! We agree! Hordes of chaos! Yes! Where chaos commands! Imbibe their souls!
Is that unbreakable or what? Okay, yeah. There you
Men of the
go. Okay, do these... I don't remember if they get buried. They do get buried back as long as they're not being attacked. Okay, that's good to know. So even if you're chasing stuff down, as long as you're not being hit, you can be in combat.
Warriors of Tzeentch! The Raven's justice!
They're gonna get to run, I think, so... We lost like one Chaos Knight. Alright, that's fine. Everyone else should be wiped. That's weird. How did the one spawn with 40 kills leveled up? I guess it was the kind of unit they killed. Maybe they got the finishing blow on the Lord or something. That must have been it. Scepter of Stability. Spell resist. Okay, whatever. Yep, gold and souls. Probably always. Unless we really, really need the replenishment. Okay, and then you get these things called like Path to Glory. So there are certain objectives if you do them. End your turn with over 80 wins of magic power reserve. Oh wow, you get one free use of the pendulum. That's pretty good. And then once you get to a certain rank, you can spend so many souls to devote to your god. I don't know if the undivided ones can do that or not. They might be able to devote to something undivided, but... Scepter abilities, whatever. Vilitch. Like I said, I think we just want to go for this. Just more melee attack for the Marauders. Let the Marauders get more kills. And that scales into Chosen, Chaos Warriors. So it doesn't count monstrous infantry, though. That's monstrous strength. It says all infantry, but it doesn't mean monsters, so it's a little misleading. It should say, like, small infantry units or something like that.
The Twisted Twin. Breathe in fire.
Alright. Should just be a massacre early on. Now, whenever you take over these dark fortresses, typically it will let you vassalize a nearby Norscan tribe as well. And usually you want to do that because you can't get any income from anything except for these fortresses. So the only benefit would be you would get to spread your corruption through the little shrines. I mean, there are some other like small benefits, you know, with each faction. Like with Nurgle, you can build a building, it like gives you a better chance of the thing like dropping a magical item, and if you get an upgrade, or if you get a certain kind of technology, you can get some extra like gold. Alright, we'll just go in right there. I don't think it's gonna matter. You can get some extra gold from like post-battle loot in like adjacent provinces. So it's like there's some stuff that like, but really it's not anything. It's kind of a waste other than just to spread corruption. With Nurgle it's nice because you can like bounce plagues off of it and stuff like that, but
Followers of chaos. Master of misrule. Where chaos commands, disorder calls. Plans come to me. Knights of Tzeentch. The Changers, Marauders.
those are going way over there. I think that we'll just set those right there. Where are these guys going right here? Alright, we'll just have some of them climb up the walls. This is not like the best place to climb walls.
Moving. Charge them, brother. That's where
Hit him with that fat end there. There we go. Boom.
we are his pawns. Chaos is magic. Going. Endless glorious madness. Spreading ruination.
What is hitting him? Oh, the tower. Alright, let's get over here.
Chaos sorcerer.
Sorcery incoming!
the bounce. The bank shot. Wait, he can't. I was about to say, he can't climb that, can he? Or can he? Is he considered small? He is small. Okay, so in theory, he could climb it.
Marauders of Tzeentch!
Boys, attack this. What is happening?
Magic is chaos! War! Vilitch sends us! We bring ruin!
No. Why are they going up the ladder? Do not go up that ladder. Like, through there.
Marauders on the move! Warriors of Tzeentch! Coming once them!
It's probably not gonna work. Those Forsaken are in trouble up there.
Warriors of Tzeentch! Our destined place!
Oh, he... Why did he go up there? Well, now he's tired. He climbed up the ladder. That's annoying. Alright, we need to get these over there, maybe. Help clean that up.
Onward, Northmen!
Forsaken are getting dinged up here.
The Change wills it! We smell slaughter!
So these are not as strong as Nurgle just climbing up these walls. That might be a mistake. To
Chaos Sorcerer!
try to just bulldoze them. Maybe we're supposed to just wait at the bottom and just walk in.
Victims! Obliterate them! At your command! This world will die! Darkness, cold! For the master of misrule!
Okay, there we go. So yeah, I got a little dinged up. Got a little dinged up on the Forsaken. Some of those Marauders a little injured. So yeah, I might have to wait a little bit on those. I'm trying to think if we have non-demonic, like, ranged firing units. Not many. I mean, it's just the Marauder Horsemen, basically. We've got the, like, Hellfire Cannon. Okay, so we just want to occupy and vassalize. We could sack first, but it's probably pretty expensive to repair it.
You come willingly!
So, yeah, we got to vassalize these guys, the USOC. And they do give you some money. It's usually not even worth messing with. Oh, wow, dude, there's so many. Like, I'm used to just coming off a Festus campaign. There's, like... It's, like, super spread out. Who is this of use to? Cathay, okay. Wei Jin.
Vilitch the Curseling!
Hearts of Iron can be good, too. But, again... Go with this. Obviously, Root Marcher's good. It has been nerfed to just 5% from 10%. Warhammer 2.
Fool.
I mean, I kind of would like to steal tech with this guy, but minus whatever armor. Minus 60 armor. Now, it's only like one target, but that could help kill a lord. I kind of like the steal and tech, though, to be honest, because we get that bonus eventually where we steal even more tech. Steal like an additional 10%. That's 40. That'd be 40%, I think, because it's 20 base, I believe, and this would be another 10%. And there are several, like, pretty good technologies. Mage's Influence. Because we already have a caster. But the thing is, like, with other lords, are they going to be casters too? Probably, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe I just go ahead and start preparing this guy just to be a steel tech master. A little weird to use your mages like that, but if all your lords are going to be mages, well,
The power of Tzeentch.
depends on how deep you want to go in the magic. I mean, he's going to be reset. Like, as soon as I devote him to one of the gods, it resets all of his skills anyways, so... Like, Vilitch already has some magic, but I don't want to be putting a ton of points into magic with these characters either.
Twins ascend.
Okay, so how this works is you build, you know, these types of buildings. You obviously want the money one. Now with this, I don't think these are really worth it. It just increases your capacity for these units. You can store up more of them, but it does not help you generate more of them, I don't believe. I could be wrong about that. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe it just helps you store it up. Now, I could get a growth building. At 2,000 is a lot, but I could save up and get a growth building. If you get this, then you can get this building. It'll allow you to get another sorcerer, and it gives you plus 30% gold. Now, one of these does increase, like, your vassal income, like this, but marauders don't usually generate a lot of income. Spoiler alert. So...
Witness the power of Vilitch.
Okay, and right now we get, we come with one pink horror. We want to hire that, which we'll probably grab that next turn. I don't like having a ton of those, but like having one or two of them would help on sieges a little bit. So over here is where you get these gifts of chaos. So they're themed around like your faction lord or whatever. Minus 10 control. Do I care about that? So I would love to turn this on and research a lot faster. So basically, you have a few early options that usually cost 500 to activate. It's a one-time cost, and then it's you have to pay an upkeep on it every turn. So this one gives you some screamers to start with, which are okay. Like, they're anti-large. They're like okay against cavalry, but they have really low HP and low melee attack, and they're okay, but they can be a little underwhelming as well. Or we can get pink horrors. We can get barrier hit points for everything plus 25%. That's obviously pretty nice. Minus 25% cooldown on all spells is good. But this 35% research rate, also quite good, but minus 10 control should be fine. I mean, the Tzeentch Corruption is going to give us 10 control anyways, and once we get so low on control, it just affects our growth, and then we get plus 8. So we may not be able to hold this forever, but it's definitely worth considering. So you have to sacrifice a specified number of souls before you can use these. You have to sacrifice 1,000 total before you can Oh, so we can't even do the research one. Okay, well that's an easy choice then. Warp Flame attacks for all units with marks of Tzeentch. So that gives them... Let me see, Warp. Does anyone have Warp Flame right now? I think it's just burn. I don't remember if it does extra damage, but I know that gives them fire and magical attacks, but I can't remember. Let me see. None of these are going to have it, I don't think. No. It's only things with marks. And it won't let me preview it, I don't believe. If I do the Warband thing.
Vilitch and Tamin.
Like, these have it. But it won't let me, like, pin it and see what it is. Obviously, if you have fire magic, that could do some extra damage. But I don't know if that's worth a mark. Maybe it is. We'll think about it later. Extra ammo, 25%. Gaze of Fate, minus 40. So this is a little on the weaker side, if I'm being honest, compared to some of the other gods. Some of these gifts are not quite as impactful, in my opinion. I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong about it. But, doesn't seem like the craziest thing in the world. I guess... Okay, do we either want Screamers for flying? I mean, that still is good for hitting people from the back. You know, flanking, tearing up stuff on the rafters. Good at killing lords if they're mounted. Or these. These are so annoying to position, though. I guess I'll just take the Screamers. These are really annoying. Like, they do quite a bit of damage at 25, but they're always just tripping all over themselves. How fast are these? Pretty fast. These might be able to run down, like, enemy Marauder Horsemen. Okay, we'll do this for Screamers. And then over here, you want this. Like, almost certainly this is it. Replenishment for Marauders and that +8 melee attack. And Marauders gain an extra 25% experience whenever you get the tech, which is the first tech we're researching, the Marauder experience. So, that's almost certainly where you want to be. Now, Shatterstone is also quite good. It allows you to break a wall instantly, twice in a fight, and it gives your entire army plus 15% missile resist. So this, even into, like, late game, this one can be very strong. Depending on what you're facing. But we're probably going to be able to beat up a lot of our stuff. And really late game, this plus 100% income from vassals and allegiance points can be quite good too. But early on, I think we just want this. Get those Marauders leveled up.
The power of Tzeentch.
Okay.
Bow to me.
And then we're just going to leave this empty. Like I said, we could get growth if we wanted to, but I don't think it's worth spending the 2,000 for that.
Come in, you fool.
Everyone's upgraded. Okay. I'm not sure how I get over there. Now, when you're going to take a town, you can also give it to vassals, which is pretty handy. I believe. Check and see if there are any missions. No. I mean, being able to recruit Marauders is not the worst thing in the world off of them, but we should have more opportunities for Marauders. Okay, how do we even, like, get over here? Okay, so it's pretty far that way. I don't remember where all the other ones are. I think there might have been one or two more down here somewhere. Am I sort of safe from this guy? Sort of. Trolls are awesome, by the way. With Warriors of Chaos, you can get armored trolls with them. As long as you can position them well, like, they're pretty good. Okay, so do I want to try to run all the way back around and deal with this? Wait, how the hell? Oh, there's a gate. Ooh. I'm gonna have to teleport. Oh, I could just teleport stance over there. It's gonna take 30 of my winds of magic, though. How strong is this? Not very.
Master of misrule.
Do I get anything? Usually if, like, this tells me I can give this. But that's not going to let me vassalize anybody if I come over here and take that. I don't know.
Bow to me.
That's one of the closest places, but I have to give up quite a bit of magic. I can just do channeling stance a couple of times, though. I don't know how crazy that garrison's gonna be. Whatever. YOLO, let's YOLO it. I think there's nowhere else I could go.
You are wrong. The twisted twin. Come to Vilitch. Everything goes to plan.
Cannot hit it this turn. Let's go ahead and scout.
I will.
Alright.
Most wise. Indeed.
I got some units, but and I think we'll be all good. Spawnify. Oh, we can also drain magic. How much? It's 250 souls. We are losing some, but we could also muddle mind. Oh, they don't even have to be close to me. Do they have any magic, though? Okay, it does say how much wins they have. I mean, my magic's pretty strong. But that's not going to affect the garrison units, though, like with the leadership and stuff like that. I think... I do like the idea of just going ahead and stealing some of his magic, though. We'll try it out. Let me see what I'm at. Let me see how much magic this is going to give me. So we're at 30 right now. We're going down to 10.
I will. Certainly.
Okay, so he did go way down.
The power of Tzeentch.
So we're going up 15. So it gives us 5 extra per turn.
Magic and misrule are mine. Come, puppets. Deserts are for the dead. True chaos awaits.
Oh, I can actually get him.
Blue fires of hell. What is thy will?
Get that cost down. Now, whenever you steal technology, it is a buff on your own unit that you can add additional turns to, but it cannot increase. So you cannot have one character steal tech on 3 different towns and get like 60% extra tech. If you did it on 3 different towns, every time you did it, it would give you an extra 3 turns on the current amount that's available.
All puppets. Serve until you die.
Again, you just want to go Marauder, 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 Marauder. If you make another army later, you can just hand off a bunch of them if you want to diversify your army, but you need to really, like, hard commit to running through the Marauders, because that's going to be one of your best bets. Local populace 3. +1. Okay, because we don't have Dragon Crossroad. Alright. Maybe I was supposed to go for Dragon Crossroad first. I don't know. Whatever. I'll kill that caravan, man. That's what I want. Construction cost for building. I don't know what a development point means. But I'm not going to build any buildings here. I don't think. I mean, I will build the main building, but I guess we'll go with this. Whatever.
I'll have more titles than Cetra.
Oh, he's all about Cetra, huh?
Most wise.
Now, is this going to be some crazy-ass garrison? I hope not. Does it say if it has, like, cannons or anything? Astromancer. Okay, so they do have some magic there. I don't know if, like, the army's magic is...
Indeed.
If the town's magic is affected by the army's magic. We don't have anyone that's, like, close for Chosen yet.
Share those secrets.
It's weird because there are certain breakpoints. Like, I wish there would be, like, an actual resource that was, like, how many research points you have. And then if you went over the amount, it would carry over. But right now, if you're, like, just 1 point short, then it's going to take a full extra turn to get that research complete, and that excess amount is lost. So, like, the excess, or the bonus research rate is good for, like, really long texts, but, like, really short ones that are just, like, a few turns is probably not going to help you out that much.
It's hot. Too hot.
Okay, I think we just have to kind of grab everything and go for this.
Certainly.
Bow to me.
If we took one more turn, we'd get even more magic, and, but then he's going to be able to...
I will.
Master of misrule.
I don't think that's going to work. So Warband doesn't matter. Everybody's upgraded.
Come in once you.
Who are they at war with?
City commander.
No one that we care about. Oh, these guys have 5 towns. What? Or maybe it was the yellow guys have 5 towns. Anyways, let's hit them.
Oh, they will die. Master, let me burn them all.
Let me make sure we don't have any, like, missions. Oh, we do. Okay, so they're wanting to fight right there. Okay.
Tzeentch looks this way. Brain magic. Breathe in fire.
Let's hit them up. Okay, so we're not just gonna, like, crawl up the walls. However, They got quite a few archers. I mean, a lot of those are just peasant. I mean, maybe we could crawl up the walls. I mean, we do have the Tzeentch Screamers to help us out this time. The front door is going to be really clogged with this much infantry. Let's do it this way. Whatever. Definitely gonna take some hits. Like, these towers are pumping. Yeah, I might lose the Forsaken there.
Vilitch the castling.
Now they're trying to drop down. Like, what they like to do is drop down so I can't pick them off. And then they try to pull me into, like, spears down here. Something the AI's been sort of doing lately. But that does get them off the walls. How are they not killing those archers more? Like, these peasant archers. Hit the door. What are y'all doing?
Yes! Marauders of Tzeentch! Knights! Spreading destruction. Warriors of Tzeentch! All shall die!
I'm about to say, what is going on at this door? Yeah, spawn are probably going down. I'm okay with that, though.
Annihilate them. Vilitch the castling. We fight for change. Kill them all. Conquest. Rangers Marauders, bringing dread change! Seeking victims.
This saves the Emperor!
Endless immiseration!
That is true magic!
Knights of Tzeentch.
Yeah, we'll just let the Forsaken just kind of chill back there for a little bit.
Their fate is death. Imbibe their souls.
Actually, yeah, let's send those over there. We'll break it up and send like 2 over here just to chase these guys. Make sure they don't rally back.
Blade and flame. Agreed.
That is true magic!
Plans come to be. Magic is power.
This guy on a horse? Can't tell. No, he's not. Just ignore him. Just kill the archers.
Slay them, brother. Instruments of deception. Spread corruption. Reclaim this. Yes. Warriors of Tzeentch. Vilitch and Devoting. Oblivion calls. Two knights.
How are we not getting any hits on these dudes? Okay.
Tireless. Darkness calls. Sent by destiny. Coming once there. Fires of Vilitch. Mutation is a gift. This way, mule. Going. Take this. Move.
Alright, got him, coach. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. I thought that might be a little harder, but a bunch of peasants. Powerful magic. That's Searing Doom or whatever. Like that bombardment spell is putting in some work. How much damage did he do? 28,000, 13,000. Okay, so he was just getting like the last hits. It was really the fires that were doing the most damage. Yeah, the magic did the most by far, as you would expect. From a magic heavy lord. I guess we just occupy. Sacking is not going to be worth.
It is ours.
Now,
Vilitch,
yeah, we don't get to give this away. +5 melee attack for trolls and feral mentors. Wow, that's nice. I mean, all of your little resources like this, if you build that special building, give you like faction-wide bonuses because you don't get any gold from the buildings, and I don't think typically you can trade. I don't even remember if you can literally even trade with other factions. No, we can't even trade, so I'm not sure why they even give us 5 unless it's just to troll.
I am no slave.
All babbits.
Tribesmen gather.
Okay, yeah, I mean, these guys might be able to just go over and take care of this. It is nice to have friends. Defend target, attack target. So we can use some of these resources
Harmony shall endure.
to deal with that. Now, I don't know if there are any more Dark Fortresses. I thought there was maybe 1 or 2 more around here somewhere, but mostly we just want to go north. So, we'll probably just finish off these guys.
Interference will cost you.
But we'll figure it out next time. So, anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Special thanks again to Jay for sponsoring this. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. It's just $3 an episode, minimum 10 episodes. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Be sure to like and subscribe. That's free.